Well, hello everybody, it's Dan, your friendly fishmonger from dansfish.com, and I just wanted to show you a real quick video of kind of a couple projects I have going on, just a quick update on them. So, nothing major, this won't be too long, but it's cool to see. So the first thing is this behind me, which is, ta-da! I got some help and put the 125 gallon up on the stand yesterday. Had a bunch of people over for my birthday. We had a barbecue, and so folks of course came down to look at the fish, and while they were here I was like, hey, I've been meaning to move this tank, and they all chipped in and helped. You wouldn't believe how heavy this sucker is. It's crazy. This is an oceanic, so it's an oceanic aquarium. It's reef ready. No, I'm not doing a reef, I'm doing freshwater in it. But it is super thick glass. It's built to last, you know, forever, so you could will it to your children and their grandchildren. And because of how it's built, it's super sturdy, but it's also so heavy. It's like the heaviest aquarium ever. So 4 full-grown men to move this thing, and it was still super hard. I swear it's got to be 500 pounds or something, but we got it done. It is now moved on the stand, and so I can start plumbing it and setting it up and things. So that's the first thing. Second thing is I just want to show you this. So this is garbage can number 2 that I've cleared. This is all water Sprite, and this sucker is 3/4 of the way full or so. And this is the second batch that I've taken out today. So every few weeks I go through and grab this stuff and throw out the extra, otherwise it totally clogs the tank. So what it looks like in an aquarium is this stuff on top. I just let it float, and it gets these awesome root structures that the fish really like to, you know, pick at and hide in and stuff. And then when it really gets going, let me find a good example. Here's a good example. When it really gets going, it starts to grow immersed. It sends out a bunch of leaves up top, and it's just really cool. You don't have to let it do that. You can keep the top down and everything, but I encourage it. I'll once it starts getting big enough, I'll take an immersed strand and put it over the lip of the aquarium and kind of stabilize it so it can shoot more up, and then it gets going. And it's a really cool plant. I mean, this is a 75 gallon tank, and we're just about to the bottom, or maybe an inch and a half off the bottom there in that root system. So awesome plant, easy to grow. I love it because I can't kill it, which is perfect for me since I don't know a whole lot about planted tanks, and I don't want to do a lot of work maintaining plants and things, so it's kind of perfect for me. But that stuff grows like crazy. It sucks up nitrates and nitrites and ammonia, and it creates just this great habitat for fish. And the other thing I like about it is that when I ship the fish, they're not rooted, so I can just grab them all off the top, I throw them in a bucket, I catch the fish, and then I can just throw them back in, the plants back in, and they're fine. They just pretend nothing happened and keep going. The last thing I wanted to show you is this over here. So I want to show you these Betta rubra that I moved, I don't know, a few days ago, maybe even a week now, and they're doing great in here. With the glare, how we doing? Hopefully we can see all these guys. But they're doing awesome. They've settled in, they're growing, they're eating. But what I wanted to show you was this. So this here is flake food. I keep reading on the internet that Betta rubra and cochina and alba marginata and brown orum and all these chinoides, all these bettas need live food, or at least frozen food. And that might be true when they first come in they're wild and they aren't used to prepared foods, but check this out. So here's some flake food. Let's put it in there. And these guys come right up and they just snarf it down. They love it. And so I can do that with flake food, I can do that with pellets food. Well, yeah, with frozen food, with live food, with whatever. These guys, once they're acclimated, or if they're captive bred, they are super easy to take care of. They're no more difficult than any other fish. Now, they don't like ammonia and they don't like nitrite, so you have to keep the water clean, but that's the same with most fish. So Yeah, they're fantastic and they're easy to take care of, unlike everything you read about them. Again, the wild ones that come in, they might be a little more difficult, but if you get captive bred, this is them. This is them going nuts over flake food. So they've eaten pellets this morning. I put in a clump of rapashi after I fed the pellets, and they ate that. That's gone. And now it's early afternoon, and they're getting their early afternoon feeding, which is flake food. They're like hobbits. It's like, what about second breakfast? They're hungry all the time. So I just wanted to show that so that people know that wild type bettas don't have to be a chore. They can be simple. It just depends on if they're acclimated and used to a captive lifestyle, then they'll be simple. If they're directly from the wild, then yeah, you're gonna need to do frozen and live, at least long enough to transition them. But captive bred, they'll eat anything because they've been raised on it. So anyway, just a little update. I'm going to do a bunch of stuff today. I've got a whole bunch of guppy fry from guppy fry. They're half guppy, half endlers from a project I'm trying to do with a Santa Maria endler type thing. And I've got to get the parents out, the females out, which are guppies, so that I don't have like a bajillion different size fry in there. Because every time they drop a batch, you start again. So I've got a bunch of fry in there, and I want to remove the females so that I don't have to keep culling the males, which I do. And by culling, I don't mean kill, I just mean separate. So I'm trying to get all the males out as they mature so that they're only fertilized by the Santa Maria Endler, which is the line I'm building. So it's really hard if you have multiple batches of fry always happening, then you're constantly having to catch the males and you never catch up. But if you get 1 or 2 batches of fry and you get a good number, then you just have to take the males out once and then you're done. So that's what I'm gonna work on. And the other thing is getting that 125 and that 100 gallon up and running. My hope is that by the next live stream on Wednesday, maybe there's water in there. I don't know. It's gonna take a while to fill these suckers up and get them plumbed and all that stuff, but maybe there is. It's a worthy goal. So anyway, hope you're all having an excellent Saturday or whatever day it is you're watching this, if this is 10 years later and you just found this video. But have a great day, everybody, and until next time, I'll see you around.